A very warm welcome to IDFC First Bank presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 11. I'm Ritvika Gupta. Tonight we are bringing you highlights from our Ranchi Springboard to really understand the immense potential that Ranchi has for development across multiple sectors. In the first segment, my colleague Pooja Jain will be in conversation with Jitendra Kumar Singh, IAS Secretary, Department of Industries, Government of Jharkhand, Rathin Bhadra, National President, Indian Startup Association, Professor Indranil Manna, Vice Chancellor, Birla Institute of Technology, Ranchi, and SAIRAM Director Technical Planning and Project, Central Coalfields Limited. In the second segment, we are speaking to Kumar, founder of Nivesh Mitra Financial Services, about effective strategies for saving right and saving well.
और सेक्रेटरी साहब, मैं अब आपसे ये पूछना चाहूँगी, अभी साईराम साहब बात कर रहे थे न्यू एज अपॉर्चुनिटीज़ की, ठीक है, और 40% देश का मिनरल वेल्थ यहाँ प्राप्त होता है, लगभग 30% कोल रिजर्व्स आपको झारखंड में मिलेंगे, देश के लगभग 25% आयरन और रिजर्व्स आपको स्टेट ऑफ झारखंड में मिलेंगे, लेकिन नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज को पाना और उन्हें कहीं और पहुँचाने में बहुत फ़र्क है। तो ट्रांसपोर्ट और लॉजिस्टिक्स सेक्टर जो है स्टेट ऑफ झारखंड का, उसको और बढ़ोतरी कैसे दिया जा सकता है?
जी बिल्कुल, तो इसमें मैं ये बताऊंगा कि अभी राइट नाउ गवर्नमेंट ऑफ झारखंड इज वर्किंग ऑन मल्टीपल फ्रंट्स. One is obviously IT and IT enabled services, for which the Department of IT is the nodal department, and they are coming up with a new startup policy also. And as my friend told, that informed that yes, 107 startups have been given financial assistance, have been approved by the government of Jharkhand, and that's true. Second is that because the new technology, and one of my friend, the speaker told about the solar energy, so the government of Jharkhand has also launched a new solar energy policy in 2022 itself, wherein for setting up a smaller solar power plants, or maybe some solar initiatives, maybe something smaller units regarding solar industry. So government of Jharkhand is giving attractive financial incentives on that. Apart from that, regarding you asked for the transportation and the logistic sector. So in fact, I told earlier also that there are two levels. We are working on two fronts. One is that by providing a facility, policy level intervention, for which we have already launched a new industrial park and logistics policy in 2022. Through that policy, we are giving one kind of a facilitation to the industry, and second is the financial incentives. Apart from that, we are coming up with the new industrial sectors and industrial parks. So one park is in logistic park, which is coming in Dhanbad. It is in area called Nirsa. So it is around 97 acre of 35 acres of land, and the park is coming up with the 35 acre of land. It will be purely logistic park only, as per the mandate by the DPIIT. Second is that we are coming up with the two new industrial areas. One in Bokaro, which will be a part of the Amritsar-Kolkata industrial corridor. So it will give all kind of access from that Bokaro to the eastern region. And third is that we are coming up with a new industrial region from Govindpur to Sahibganj. There is a Asian Development Bank road. The road is already constructed, and it is an entire stretch of around 500 kilometers. So we are coming up with the entire dedicated Govindpur-Sahibganj industrial corridor. So apart from that, for inland transportation of the goods from the manufacturer unit up to the nearest seaport, we are providing the financial incentive through our export policy. So some of the initiatives which have been taken by the government of Jharkhand, they all are in the form of enabling, facilitative, and motivating the private energy and entrepreneurship so that they come forward and they apply. Like we have two available facilities wherein entrepreneurs can come right now also. There are plug-and-play facilities being created by the government of Jharkhand. One is the electronic manufacturing cluster in Aditpur. As I told earlier, that Aditpur is a thriving industrial cluster. So it's a plug-and-play facility available. There are 92 floors are available. and the floors are and the spaces are up to 2100 square feet also, and in bigger sizes also. The entire electronic manufacturing cluster is is situated on a about more than 80 acres of land, and the industrial plots are also available in that. Apart from that, plug and play facility are also available in that. That's in Aditpur. Another facility which has come up in Namkom only. Namkom is an area, is an industrial area in Ranchi district only. So we have come up with a new IT tower. So it's a 5-story building. It has just completed. Now we are in the process of offering that space and the land and the available floors to the entrepreneurs. My humble request would be to the investor and the entrepreneur is that government can play an enabling and facilitative role. They will have to come forward to secure those facilities and whatever government is offering. So I think, and if any sector does require any specific intervention, Government of Jharkhand is very open to that. We are providing all kinds of facilities and will be there for their assistance.
SAIRAM sir, I want to bring you in now. One thing we haven't touched upon are the very liberal land usage policies, as a result of which so many of the surrounding vicinities, whether they are urban localities or suburban localities, have witnessed accelerated development. Now, to what extent do you see share of that pie, an overwhelming share of that pie, going to the services sector versus, you know, the usual suspects of iron, coal, you know, so on and so forth, the usual suspects, the usual manufacturing giants?
Yeah. So, any city, or for that matter, any state cannot develop unless its surroundings develop fully. You see, the states of Maharashtra or Gujarat or Karnataka means there are 10, 15 Ranchis within the state of Maharashtra. There are 50 odd Ranchis within the state of Gujarat. So that sort of development has to take place within the states. Then only the entire state and the big Ranchi will also develop. So within that big Ranchi, there has to be some smaller Ranchis also. So we need to work on that. We need to think over that. From my point of view, from the mining sector point of view, you see, there has to be a diversified portfolio of development. What is happening in the state of Jharkhand is that, yes, in some parts there is agricultural dominated economy, then there is coal dominated economy, and then steel and iron ore dominated economy. You see Bokaro and this Latehar, Chatra, Sahibganj, Pakur, and then other parts. So these are the 3-4 belts of pockets of development, and economy is revolving around either coal or steel or then agriculture. So it has to be diversified. You see the example, take the example, all the developed states, they have got a very diversified portfolio of development. Some lot of investment is coming, right from the startup level, right from the entrepreneurship level, right from the manufacturing level, right from the service sector level. So that type of investment has to come, a diversified portfolio of development has to take place. These are the key factors through which we can, if these things happen, Ranchi will definitely rock in the future.
Wonderful. A huge round of applause, please. And now I pose my last question to all 4 of our panelists, and I ask that they describe in a single sentence what the future of industry looks like in the city of Ranchi. Let's go with you, sir. In single sentence. Give us a sneak preview into the future.
The economy is driven by technology, and technology is driven by knowledge. So we have to depend and promote knowledge-creating society.
Wonderful. Secretary Saab.
Yeah, so the government of Jharkhand is willing to provide all kinds of assistance, be it in the form of a policy intervention, administrative restructuring, any kind of other support, financial, non-financial, any kind of other ease of doing business. There are a lot of opportunities available. We are eager to welcome you. We are even ready to formulate a customized policies also, customized packages also. Opportunity is there. Please come and grab that.
Rathin sir, आपका क्या कहना है?
Help the startups, and startups will help you in fulfilling your commitment of 5 lakh jobs that was committed by our Honorable Chief Minister. आप हमें मदद कीजिए, हम आपके साथ हैं।
साईराम साहब,
आज जब हम रांची से हजारीबाग बाई रोड जाते हैं तो हमें हर 10 किलोमीटर में टायर पंचर की दुकान मिलती है, वो पूरे देश में है। हो सकता है 2 से 3 साल में हमें हर 10 किलोमीटर में एक ईवी चार्जिंग स्टेशन मिलेगा। सो इसको हमें एक अवसर के रूप में लेना है, एक अपॉर्चुनिटी के रूप में लेना है। हमारे बच्चों को इसके लिए हमें तैयार करना पड़ेगा। आखिर इन ईवी चार्जिंग स्टेशंस को चलाने के लिए कौन आएंगे? ये हमारे बच्चे आएंगे। तो उन्हें उसकी ट्रेनिंग, उसका स्किल डेवलपमेंट वो हमें देना है। इसे एक अपॉर्चुनिटी के रूप में लेना है।
क्या बात है, wow. Ladies and gentlemen, what a power-packed panel. Another huge round of applause. I believe it's deeply deserved.
It's time for a quick break here. We'll be back shortly. Stay tuned. Welcome back. You're watching IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 11. And right now we are in conversation with Kumar, founder of Nivesh Mitra Financial Services, about effective saving strategies and building a solid financial foundation. Listen in.
When we discuss the basics, there's often a lot of confusion. Bachat और निवेश के बीच का फर्क, right? Saving is not investing and vice versa. And oftentimes the line between the two gets blurred when it shouldn't. तो आपकी समझ से आप उन दोनों का फर्क हमें समझाएं, and how does someone keep those two worlds separate, sir?
First of all, thank you, Pooja ma'am, IDFC First Bank, for giving me this opportunity and inviting me. So, as you said, savings and investment, these are two totally different financial terms, but in India, or even I can say in other countries also, people take these two words as a synonym. But clearly, as you said, savings means bachat and investment means nivesh. So, like someone earns 1 lakh rupees per month, but he hardly saves 10,000 rupees. So, he expends 90,000 rupees in his needs, whatever. So, that 10,000 rupees is savings for him. But then, out of that 10,000, how much he invests for his future financial needs, that is actually investment. So basically, savings is a low risk and liquid thing. Like when you put your money in bank deposits, fixed deposits, postal. So these are basically your savings part. But out of that, when you take out some money and put in other financial instruments like mutual funds, stocks, bonds, real estate, that is actually investment. Because this investment has the potential to give you higher return than inflation, but with a bit of market volatility. But it means savings can't beat the inflation. See, in the current scenario, inflation is around 7 to 8%.
Absolutely.
And your savings banks give you hardly 2-3%. Even bank FD gives you 5%, 7%. So when we calculate the real rate of return, so inflation minus your bank FD ka rate, so it comes 0. Or when you calculate with savings bank, so hardly means you are actually getting the negative rate of return from your savings element. So we must differentiate between savings and investment. Investment has to be there from your savings. Because until there is savings, you can't invest. अगर पॉकेट में पैसे नहीं तो इन्वेस्ट कहाँ करोगे? तो फर्स्ट यू नीड टू सेव एंड देन स्टार्ट इन्वेस्टिंग.
तो सर एक फॉलोअप क्वेश्चन करना चाहूंगी कि समझो हमें स्ट्रीमलाइन करना है ये पूरे प्रोसेस को, राइट? हमें रेशियोज लगाने, चाहे इन्वेस्टमेंट रेशियो हो, बजट रेशियो हो, जिससे कि कोई डाउट ही ना रहे, कोई संदेह ना रहे कि हम राइट ट्रैक पर हैं या नहीं. तो आप कौन से ये बजट रेशियोज या इन्वेस्टमेंट रेशियोज क्या रेकमेंड करेंगे एक आम इंसान के लिए?
So generally there is a common used ratio which I will recommend, which is 50-30-20. 50 out of your savings part, 50 should go towards your necessities like having food, rent or EMI, transportation, etc. 30% should go to the discretionary spending like entertainment, dining out, traveling, etc. And then remaining 20% should go to your savings and investment, because that savings of 20% will help you to fulfill your future financial needs, like your when your child will grow up and you will have to give the higher education fees, or in future when you plan to have a big car. So that savings, 20% of your that savings will help you to meet all those financial goals.
और सर फाइनेंशियल मैटर्स को लेके अनफॉर्चुनेटली आज भी बहुत लापरवाही सी देखी जाती है.
करेक्ट.
जैसे कि अकाउंट खोला है पर कोई नॉमिनी नहीं है, फॉर एग्जांपल, या क्रेडिट स्कोर पे बिल्कुल ध्यान नहीं दिया जाता है, एंड दैट एंड्स अप कॉस्टिंग यू मेजरली इन द फ्यूचर. तो लाइफ के किस एज पर और किस स्टेज पर इन चीज़ों को प्रायोरिटी, फ्रंट एंड सेंटर प्रायोरिटी बनाना ज़रूरी है सर? Like, is it your first paycheck? Is it, when you're, for example, responsible for a dependent because you then have a child? At what stage is it time to, wake up when it comes to your finances? या एक तो philosophy ये है कि जब जागो तब सवेरा, right? और I don't think वो finances पे लागू होता है, पर मैं आपकी राय जानना चाहूँगी.
So like you rightly said, nomination. India में, I don't have the exact data. I think your banker team will give the correct data. But I think it's in terms of crores, and crores is unclaimed lying with the banks. Because there was no nomination, the depositor died, and due to this financial, I can say financial illiteracy, because people don't want to discuss their financial matters with their family members. And whatever I am having, where my money is invested, who is their nominee, no one knows about that. And if something goes wrong with that person, means their family members are just like, means they're not having any means to survive. So nomination is very important to have in all your financial documents. You must get nominated, your nominee in your bank accounts, your demat, your mutual fund investments, your bonds, everywhere it's fast. It's even now government has come out and making it mandatory that you must have a nomination, otherwise your account will be freezed.
हाँ, वो September 30th का डेडलाइन जरूर दिया है. और पर वो जो आपने अभी बात कही कि वो एक कंफर्ट नहीं मिलता फाइनेंशियल मैटर्स को डिस्कस करने का, चाहे कोई आदमी अपने परिवार के बीचों बीच हो, अपने दोस्तों के बीचों बीच हो, एक हिचकिचाहट सी रहती है. किस हद तक वो कल्चरल है, और अगर है तो आदमी सीखे कहाँ से, राइट? हर चीज़ तो व्हाट्सएप और यूट्यूब से नहीं सीखी जा सकती, स्पेशली व्हेन इट कम्स टू मैटर्स ऑफ मनी, राइट? सो व्हेन डू यू सीक आउट द गाइडेंस of a professional, a financial advisor?
I would say there is some lacuna in our financial, our basic education system. I don't remember that till 11th, 12th, I read anything in my textbook about money management, inflation. I was taught alpha, beta, gamma, but I did not use that after my this 12th, because I took commerce, and it is of none of use except the engineers they might be using in future. So had we been taught about basic concepts of financial management, this issue might not have arisen today. So people would be aware that what is money management, what is savings, what is investment. As you said that people don't even know the difference between savings and investment. So there is some educationary part deficiency which we must I think government is coming out and they are putting some syllabus related to this financial literacy in this new education policy. And regarding, you said that how to cover that. So I will say start small. We need to discuss with our kids, with our family members about all these things. And for this, parents need to come forward and they need to teach their children. Like, हम लोग पहले गुल्लक रखते थे, माँ देती थी या पापा देते थे कि गुल्लक बेटा है, कोई भी पॉकेट खर्च आपको मिलता है. Out of that, teach your child to save some money from your pocket expenses and put that money into gullak. Like if the child has liked a toy which cost around 500 rupees, so instead of buying that instantly, if the father says, ki beta, I will give you 200 rupees and I will give you 250 rupees and remaining 250 rupees you have to save from your pocket expenses. So if he gets daily 100 or 50 rupees as a pocket money, so if he starts saving from that pocket money some amount, he will know the value of that money.
जी. और सर एक आखिरी सवाल, बहुत से एंटरप्रेन्योर्स हैं हमारे ऑडियंस में और एक कॉर्पोरेट फाइनेंस और पर्सनल फाइनेंस के बीच में एक रेखा बनाना, एक बाउंड्री बनाना बहुत ज़रूरी है, पर कई बार ये बाउंड्री ब्लर हो जाती है. ठीक है, तो जो लोग अपने आप को उस परिस्थिति में प्राप्त करते हैं, दे आर फेसिंग दीज इश्यूज, उनके लिए आप क्या राय देंगे?
Yes, so many entrepreneurs, when they start doing some business, they don't draw that line between their personal account and commercial, their business account. And that is the reason that they don't understand whether their business is being profitable or it's making loss.
Exactly.
So first of all, you need to draw a line that, see, I'm having my personal account and I need to open a separate business account, like you can draw a current account if you are doing it as a proprietor, or if you are already made a firm, then you need to open your separate bank account for that. And then you need to differentiate that this expense belongs to my personal, for my personal need, and that amount, that expense belongs to this for my business. And don't mix it, because many times people do the expenses for personal need and put it for this commerce, for their business expenses. And second thing, I will say that you need to track your expenses. Because when we don't track these expenses, means in a nutshell, I will say that you need to differentiate and you need to draw a line between your personal and commercial or your business account.
All right. Well, Saroj sir, आपकी ये सलाह मशवरा के लिए thank you. Huge round of applause, please, sir.
With that, it's a wrap on this episode of IDFC First Bank Presents Leaders of Tomorrow Season 11. We hope you enjoyed the conversations. Thank you and good night.